Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 2 p.m. here in New Vienna, Iowa today. Thanks, everybody, for adjusting to the time change. There was a kind of special, I don't know if it was a press conference or a virtual kind of something going on that I had to attend at 1 o'clock. So I had to push us back an hour. Thank you guys for the patience and for the accommodation. But it's time for another live stream. And today is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. Because it's a Tuesday, it's a Trivia Tuesday. Today's subject is going to be Olympic moms. So I felt like the Olympics coming up, I'm still excited about it. I'm still hopeful for it. There's a lot of stuff happening over in Tokyo right now to be very concerned about, but I still have excitement for the games. Hopefully everything can happen safely, and first of all, and that they can even happen at this point. Because I think, is that where we're at? That might be where we're at. So I've got the Olympics on the mind, and I've been thinking about all the Olympic mothers that are going to competing this year, and that's the subject of today's trivia. Before we get to that, let's say hi to everyone on the podcast. For those of you still around and listening, I apologize for my inconsistency in getting the audio versions uploaded when I've been in Iowa with this new setup, which is a little bit different. I know the audio quality is going to be a little bit different as well. So thank you for your patience there. I'm so glad to have you guys around. And also, I'm glad to have the people watching this after the fact. Hopefully the trivia is going to be fun for you guys too. All right, let's see who's here before we get jumping into the questions for the day. Brian Tamburine's got some tips for the flip out water bottle. Just keep the bottle as close to the front zipper pouch as possible on either side. The bottle nozzle should stick just outside the frontmost side pouch opening. Yeah, you know, I just flipped it because someone was like, dude, it's called a flip belt, flip it over. And I flipped it for my run yesterday and it worked fine there. I just don't like flipping it. It's just a lot of stuff to deal with, I think. And so it's not my favorite way to use it. We're running into a little bit of lag here on this new app that I'm using. Give me just a second here, guys. Let's see. What's going on with this? Let's adjust the quality. See if that helps out a little bit. It's getting real laggy, so I'm not sure if this is going to work out with the camera situation. But yeah, so I've been having, I think you guys still hear me. So I've been having some problems with that flip belt, but flipping it over is fine. It's just then, like then you're flipping it, unflipping it, and like digging it. It becomes a very two-handed operation. And so it's keeps the bottle from falling out, but it's still not perfect. But that's kind of the way that I've been doing it. Kyle says, yo, what's going on? All right, I might just have to switch to the FaceTime camera for today. Ugh, I hate this FaceTime camera, but we'll try it out for today. Here we go. Yeah, here's a FaceTime camera. Kyle says, what's going on? And Kyle says, I've been tempted to try the flip out bottle in his. He's always used a handheld. Yeah, I mean, it works. It works for me. I'm trying to use more liquids this summer just because I'm concerned a little bit after that Gatorade sweat test about my liquid amounts. And overall, just because it's hot. So I've been thinking about more liquids rather than gels and just kind of trying that for a little bit. So, you know, I think it can work. And is here. He's only got 3 more isolation days to go. Thank goodness. Got another negative test for today. That's also, thank goodness to hear that. But he did spend an hour on Zwift watching the Tour de France. That's kind of a good combo. I feel like that's like you know, if you could watch like marathons while running on the treadmill, that'd be pretty cool. I think I would like that. But glad to hear that you and your family are doing well right now. Brett Reed's here, says, yo, what's going on? What's going on, Brett? Good to see you. And Vincent's here as well. Good to see you again. All right, Mark says, hello, co-fam. And Jonathan Ward says, hello, everyone. Cool. All right. So let's talk about the 2 things that came out today. I think I'm allowed to talk about them now. So Garrett Meek first said, how about them Rincon 3s? And Kyle says, how about the Bondi X? He says, after that. Yeah. So that was the thing that I just went to. So I went to like a kind of like a, not like a press conference, but like a media rollout. Some other people were there as well. I didn't get to see who was there, but I got to see who was there kind of by asking questions. So there were some other people there that I knew, but I got to not talk to, but I got to hear from some Hoka people talking about the Bondi X and the Rincon 3. And so I'm pretty excited about them. I'm supposed to be getting some soon. I was hoping I'd have them today so I could make that about like, so Thursday's video could be about that, but they're not here yet. And the FedEx guy already came once today. So He was dropping stuff off from my mother-in-law. So I don't think that I'm getting them today. Hopefully I'll be getting them soon to try out because I'm super excited about it. The Bondi X is a Bondi with carbon fiber plate in it. So I love the idea. I just brought back with me in this last trip the DV8 Nitro. So another kind of like long run shoe with a plate in it. And so I'm kind of liking this idea of like either like a racing shoe for the rest of us or a long run shoe that's comfortable but still has a plate. So like kind of that's where I'm going. I'm thinking about that. So I think that'll be interesting to put those two head to head. And there's lots of long roads over here. So I'm looking forward to putting some miles into that shoe. And then the Rincon 3 is supposed to be slimmer, trimmer, lighter, faster. So that's my word. It's not theirs. So very similar, I think minor updates, but it is supposed to, I think it's lighter. They're stripped out a lot. I think the upper is going to be better. I'm looking forward. I think the tongue looks like it comes off of the Carbon X2. So I'm interested in both of those. All right. Yeah, Garrett says the Bondi X kind of seems like a solution looking for a problem. Wonder if the new Rincon will last longer than the past versions. It's something that they addressed today, and they're hoping that it is going to last a little bit longer. They kind of reconfigured more of the rubber on the outsole, so that way it's protecting more of that foam. And I think that they did change it, make it a little bit more durable, a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. They said it's similar foam composition. That's what's going to be on the Clifton, just in a different shape. So the difference is in the differences in the response of that. Sorry, I just like brain fart there. The differences in the response are going to be attributable to the difference in shape. All right. Ray Solers, happy jogger, coming in with a super chat. Thanks so much, Ray. Says, when is muscle soreness an indication you should skip a day? I would say for me, the time that I would skip a day is not so much because I don't really like to skip days, but when I would really be concerned about it is if it's going to affect your next workout. So let's say you're in a block where it's like like track workout Thursday and then long run Saturday. If you're still feeling sore from that track workout on Thursday and that long run has some work in it, it's not just a long run, easy, then I might say, all right, maybe I need to tweak that, or maybe I need to move that long run to Sunday and switch Saturday and Sunday. So like I would say when you think it's going to impede your next day, your next workout quality session, then I would consider either tweaking the workout or switching the schedule around a little bit. Now, if you're thinking like, is muscle soreness an injury? That's a whole nother thing. And that's something where you got to start thinking to yourself, like, okay, if I haven't like really changed, am I changing intensity? Am I changing mileage or workload? Are certain things changing? Is that what these are attributed for? Is this soreness or is this injury? That's kind of a separate question. I think I answered your question right, but let me know if I missed it. All right, Sam Renlet said, hey, all did the Loon mountain race on Sunday, over 3,000 feet of elevation, under 6 miles. What? With the last kilometer having an elevation grade that hit 47%. That's impossible. That is not possible. 47% is just ridiculous. That's just ludicrous numbers. All right, he says, it took over 20 minutes to do the kilometer. I bet. Man, Sam, that is incredible. Good job. All right, and let's see. Mika says, evening all, moved 2 days ago and took a peek at local running routes. Total 36 kilometers of well-maintained trail starting right from the door with a 50-kilometer trail route just a few kilometers away. I feel like you made a good move there. That's a very good move. All right. Let's see. Kyle wants to know, when shoes like the Artist and Saucony Axon are coming out, I think that moves like Hoka's Bondi X really show that hype is real and capitalism is still working. Perhaps. All right, let's do one more. Kurt says, I have a $140 credit at Running Warehouse. I need a good long run recovery run shoe. Not sure what to get. I would look at, I really like the Fresh Foam More version 3. I'm also very excited about the Bondi X, but I don't think that's coming out for a very long time. So I'd say if that's burning a hole in your pocket and you need that long run shoe, I would get the More version 3. That's just a really good one, and I've been really enjoying it. All right. JC says, we're frustrated by Roadrunner stores repeatedly pushing back the ship date on the RC Elite 2. I tried and bought Next% too. Felt great in store. wider than I thought they'd be. All right. I'm a little bit, I mean, it's not their fault, I don't think. I mean, it's their fault, I guess, to the extent that maybe the suppliers aren't prioritizing them because maybe they are or aren't moving enough product, or maybe there's some other sort of arrangement or something like that that's happening or not happening. But my pair of the Pegasus 38, remember I tried the Peg 38s. I didn't love them. I thought maybe it was my custom pair that was to be the problem of it. I almost immediately bought another pair in a color that's almost identical to the one that I designed with Nike by You. And that date keeps getting pushed back. I still haven't received it yet. I've been waiting over a month for mine too. And they were supposed to send me a pair of the RC Elites too, RC Elite 2s. And I just haven't gotten it yet. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But if they're just pushing if maybe their dates are slipping. Oh, but you're talking about running warehouse. Or are you talking about road? No, you're talking about road runner sports. Yeah, RR sports. So yeah. So I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling it too. And New Betcher wants to know, we'll do one more. All right, we'll do two more. Because Coriolan wants to know, are you guys hearing me crackling? All right, I don't know. I'm using my earbuds. So hopefully that's not the problem. I've also got you by a window and the fan's on because it's hot in here. That's why my skin is glowing. But I don't know. Hopefully let me know if it keeps up. All right, if it is, then I'll put these away and then I'll just go to the regular MacBook mic. All right, so here's the last question I want to get to before trivia for today. Is the Professional More version 3 a huge leap over 2? I felt like I never heard loads of positive reviews about the 1 or 2. I don't know, because I didn't try 1 or 2. I remember I was about to try version 1, and then Seth was just like, this is not a great shoe, guys. So I was like, okay. I wasn't super excited about trying that one, so I'll pass on it anyway. And then the 2 came out, and I was just like, I don't know. I'm pretty much in love with this 1080 version 10, so I don't care about this fresh foam more. But for the 3, I was like, oh, this is nice. I was starting to hear good things about it, so I was like, okay, I'll check it out, because Roadrunner Sports, speaking of them, was like, hey, do you want to try it? And I was like, I do. So yeah. All right. Okay, we'll do one more. Dermot Kearns, the Emerald Isle Runner, says, haven't ran in spikes in a while and training for the Irish Masters 800 meters. Any suggestions? You know what? I mean, I've been running in the Adidas Avante, which are not like a premier spike. I think they're kind of more of an entry-level spike, but they're for like mid-distance. So that might be a little bit too distance-oriented for an 800, but I feel like I would be happy to run in those in anything on the track. So that's one that I've been using, and it's been working out well for me. I don't really know that much better anymore anyway, because I'm not that I don't spend that much time in spikes. But I think Running Warehouse ships to the UK, or to the Ireland, excuse me. And so I think when you go onto their site, they split up their spike section by distance, which I think is super helpful. So they'll let you know which are the sprint spikes and which are the middle distance spikes and which one are the longer distance spikes. So that's one way that I kind of look at those, and you can kind of pick of the few that are there, like which ones you want to do. All right, let's get to the first question. And someone already knows Allison Felix for the first one, but that is not correct for Olympic moms. Here is the first question. It's related to Allison Felix. So in the track trials, she, and let me switch over to my regular mic and see if that helps. All right, can you guys hear me now? I think you guys can hear me now, right? Let me see here, sure. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go. Here's the first question. So there was that great photo at the end of the 400-meter track trials with Allison Felix, her child, and then the other woman and her child. So there was 2 moms and 2 very young toddlers, super cute photo. Who is the mother who finished first at the 400 meters at the US track trial to become Olympian for the first time. So who was the other person in that photo? Let's see. All right. Yeah, JC says, I'm back. And the kids are screaming. Yeah, see, I felt like you would probably hear some background noise a little bit better. All right, so any guesses? Yeah, Mark says, I watched that, but I don't remember the name. It was really great. Let's see, Adam says he has a bad memory. Yeah, like I was just like, I didn't know who that person was because I don't really follow the women's 400 meters. I don't follow really the men's 400 meters, to be honest. So yeah, I was like, oh, that's something I should know. Brett, you think this is Marge Simpson? No, it's not Marge. All right, no guesses. Because I think we're all a long distance squad over here. So the answer to that, Lou says I saw it, but I can't remember. It's Quinera Haynes. So Quinera Hayes, I'm sorry, Hayes. She was the one also in that photo. She came in first, beating Allison Felix. And her son, I want to say, was there at the finish line. So it was the two of those moms together, which was just such a great photo to see. All right, JC says he would have known a couple of weeks ago, maybe. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Yeah. So and it's it's Quinera Hayes. Quinera Hayes came in first for the U.S. in the 400 meters. All right. Disty has a running question: the Audio 6 or the Boston 10? You know, I've not tried the Audio 6. The Boston 10, I'm still like, it's exciting. It'll be interesting to see how that shoe kind of like mellows out and kind of like fits into the rotation, but I really probably won't put a lot of miles in it for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see. I'm leaning probably towards the Boston 10, but I haven't tried the Audio 6 yet either. All right. Tiago Nepomuceno Cruz says, hi from Portugal. How do you wash your running shoes? I don't really wash them. If they are super gross and they really need a wash, there's kind of two ways you could do it. One, either way is you take out the insole if it's removable and the laces, and then you can either like hand wash it in the sink, or you can, some people put both of the shoes in like either a pillowcase or kind of like a mesh bag and run them by themselves in the washing machine with just a little bit of detergent. And that's another way you can do it. I would let them air dry after that and don't run them through the dryer. All right. Okay. Ty Matt wants to know, this is a good question. Co, when are you going to start doing the charity run on your videos again? Haven't noticed it. I'm trying to fundraise for my St. Jude Marathon in December and would love to be considered. Yeah, it's something that I've been thinking about too. No one's really asked me about that yet, Ty, but if you can send me an email, that would help me out a lot. And then the link to your like fundraising page. So I just want to make sure that I have like enough people to do it. I've also like not been sure if like, do I keep it as like the runner of the week, charity runner of the week, or do I pick a charity? I'm not sure, but let me know. And I'm still kind of like thinking about what I'm going to do. I don't know, like our charity bibs still, are people doing charity bibs now? Is that still happening? Like, I'm not sure, I didn't know what the situation was. So let me know. Let me know. Just send me an email, co.mike@gmail.com, and then we can go from there. All right. Let's get to question number 2. Question number 2 is, name the Olympic marathoner who became a mother after being named to her country's Olympic team, but before running her Olympic marathon. So in between the marathon trials, it kind of gives it away a little bit, and the Olympics, this runner became a mother. Who is that runner? I think you guys will get this one. Corey, this is funny. So it took a lot of digging to find out Co's wearing the Wahoo Element Rival watch in Kona white. I hope he doesn't leave us on Team Polar. I still got both of them on, so they're both here. But yeah, so I'm testing this Wahoo Rival. I think I'm pretty much done testing it. I've put it through enough of a ringer in my experience to kind of know what I need to know about it. Although, like, I do have a triathlon coming up, and so we'll see if I keep wearing it for a little while, but I think I'm about ready to put like an initial video up too. All right, yeah, so you guys knew it already.
Adam was the first one, coming in with Alafine. Jonathan Ward as well. Dan, you knew it too. Oh, everyone had it right. Joshua Payne. Whoa, good work, guys. JC said, just read that in Runner's World. Y'all are good. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a pretty bold choice. She was like, all right, Olympics are on hold. We're gonna get this in here. We're gonna get the kids scheduled. My sister also had to kind of schedule her kids around Olympics. Not that she's an Olympian, but she works at NBC Sports, and the Olympics are something that she works on both winter and summer. So she had a 2-year window where she could kind of have kids all the time. Not all the time, but at any time she wanted to have kids, she had to kind of try to plan them in between the Olympics. Unfortunately, it did work out for her too. All right. New Betra says, speaking of triathlon, will there be a new bike unveiling video? I hope so. I got to do some follow-up, so we'll kind of see on that. Yeah, I hope so. All right. Kurt says you have to ask NBA questions, so I have a chance. No, I actually managed to make them all running Olympic moms for this trivia, so I'm pretty proud of myself for that. All right. And this is like, who? Don't worry, they're not all going to be Americans, although the first few are. All right. Okay. And Mark Janko says, I'm sure that impacted her training. I mean, I don't know if you guys follow her on Instagram for Alafine, but yeah, I mean, she's been talking about it a lot. She's come back, she's bounced back super fast. Of course, a lot of people I think are going to have concerns about it because she's not that far postpartum, but she is an Olympian. So some women come back better than others, but she was going in pretty good shape. So I feel like that also kind of helps with making that comeback. All right, Bim P says, hey Kofuzi, first time ever making the live stream, and hello from the UK. What's going on, Bim? Good to see you. Sorry this is shaking a little bit, but we're using the MacBook camera here, so that's what's going on. All right, let's get to question number 3. And this will be the last US one, so I think. I'm actually not sure about question number 5, but here's question number 3 that's related to question number 2. Is say, name the other American Olympic marathoner who is a mother. So we talked about Alafine, but she's not the only American marathoner, Olympic marathoner, who's a mom. Can you name the other one? Let's see. Yeah, Mile 62 Running Channel says Hoka NAZ Elite is a great running team, so they help her. Yeah, I think they've been helping her out. I think that there are other moms on that team, a lot of moms on that team, I think, or at least 2 that come to mind right away. You got Steph Bruce and then Kellen Taylor. Are there any other moms on the team? I'm trying to think. So there's that. It's always good. I think it's always good for new moms to be around other moms, in my opinion, and then, but also it's a supportive team in general. So I think that's pretty cool. All right. So the other Olympic marathoner, well, Flanagan is technically correct. It's not the answer I'm looking for. I should have said current American marathoner. So I'll give partial credit for that one because I guess once an Olympian, always an Olympian, right? Isn't that the rule? Or kind of that's how it goes. And she did adopt a son, Jack. So I'll give partial credit. But there's another one. And Josh Bain said, really wanted to say Sarah Hall. I think a lot of people really want to say Sarah Hall. She does have many children. But she's never been an Olympian, right? Never, right? She's never been an Olympic marathoner, right? But it looks like Jonathan got the answer correct with that I was looking for anyway, with Sally Kipyego. So she gave birth in 2017. So she's got at the time she came in 3rd at the marathon trial, she would have had a 3-year-old, maybe a 2-year-old and change. So yeah. Oh, and Kurt says, for the record, I just ordered the fresh roll Mori recommended 5 minutes ago. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy it, Kurt. I didn't think I was going to like that shoe, but I really do like this shoe. It gives me a lot of old school Hoka vibes in a very good way as well. So hopefully if that's something that you like, then you're definitely going to like it. Recycle on Wednesday says, mom doesn't sound like a real word anymore. Because I've been saying it a lot. I think I've been saying it a lot. Jason Dahl says, Kara Goucher for partial credit as well. I think yeah, we could do partial credit, because if we're going to give Flanagan partial credit, she was not a mom when she was an Olympic marathoner. Neither was Kara Goucher. I think she gave, yeah, she had her kids after she was an Olympian, right? Right? Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. So, all right. And it says who? It's funny. You know, I'm American, so I'm ethnocentric, if nothing else, I guess. All right, we'll get to question number 4. This one, it is you. I think you might be able to answer this one. We've talked about this person before. I've been a big fan of this runner for a long time. So if you've been following the live stream, you know I'm a fan. All right, name the Olympic marathoner who also maintains a full-time day job as an IT consultant and has 2 children. See if you get that one, guys. And as a hint, it is not an American. So, Olympic marathoner maintains full-time day job as an IT. Susan B. Anthony. Susan B. Anthony is an American, so that wouldn't count. Brett Reed. No, I'm neither a mom. I do have 2 kids, but I'm not neither a mom nor an IT consultant. So it's kind of close, I guess. All right. And this person is a current Olympic marathoner. So Joshua Payne says, how do you come up with these? Well, some of these I was like, all right, I was thinking about Olympic moms, and I was like, okay, I'm trying to think of who they are on top of my head. And it was like, how do I make a question around the people that I know are Olympic moms? So, yeah. He says, could it be Kipchoge? He's not a mom. He has children though, right? And AZ says, Kipchoge looks quite IT. Can you imagine if like Kipchoge came up like after he retires from running, and then all of a sudden he was like, did someone have, he's like, someone said they got a problem with the printers up here. IT helped us. All right. Corey Allen says, Lisa Waitma from Australia? Oh, actually, I don't know. I suppose there could be a lot of answers to that, but that would be kind of weird if this person also is an IT consultant and has 2 children. We'll talk about that. Osifan Basher says, Yuki Kawauchi. Well, he's not a mom, so that's going to make it hard. But Kyle wants to know, what does Kawauchi do for work again? He was like a school administrator of some sort, but I do think that because he was like the people's runner or something like that, and people's marathoner in Japan. I think that he finally quit his job and became a full-time runner, right? Am I wrong on that? I think that's what, because I thought I read that when I was doing the research on, he's sponsored by Yamaha pianos or Yamaha music. So, yeah. And Song Kim says, yeah, he doesn't want part-time. Yeah. And Corey says a Harley Davidson just ripped by. Yeah, there's a lot of bikes that go through here. So, yeah. All right. Ooh, Frank says on Lisa Waitman's LinkedIn. Really? All right, because, well, Frank says the question didn't say mom, it says has 2 children. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I only said Olympic marathoner, but I didn't say, yeah, I guess I didn't say moms on all of these, but like the topic today is Olympic moms, so we're talking about moms. So sorry about the confusion, but we're going to go with moms, Frank. But the answer that I am looking for, and why Lisa Waitman, I'm not familiar with who that is, but the reason why Lisa Waitman is so peculiar is because the answer I was looking for is Sinead Diver. So she's Irish, but runs for Australia, and she is a full-time IT consultant and has 2 kids. If Lisa Waitman is also an Australian Olympic marathoner and an IT consultant and has 2 kids, that's going to be like, I mean, that's going to be pretty, I'm sure they'll have a lot to talk about on the plane ride over to Tokyo. That's kind of bizarre. It's kind of bizarre. All right. Wow. Cool. All right. I will specify from now on that I'm looking for moms, even though that, well, maybe I'll just change the question. Here, let me change the question. Tied it. All right. This next one is fine. All right. The next 2 questions I did write mom on them. All right. So we've been talking about all these Olympic marathon moms, or not just marathon moms, so Olympic moms, and other Olympic marathoners, which I guess I was not specific enough, my fault. All right, but who was the first Olympic mom. The first Olympic mom ever. I'm sure no one's going to get this unless you're really fast on Google. But yeah. All right. And as you don't know who Sinead Diver is, well, I thought you might know because I don't think she ever ran for Ireland, but she has Irish, and I know you're not in Ireland, so that's not what I'm saying, but she's from that region. And she had Irish and Australian dual citizenship, and for whatever reason, the selection committee didn't want to take her. And while they were thinking about it, the Australian not the USATF, but the Australian counterpart to that was like, hey, do you want to run for Australia? You have dual citizenship. And she's like, okay. So that's how we got to there. All right, the first marathon mom. Recycle on Wednesday. Where did the answer go? Where did it go? Recycle Wednesday says Hera. That's funny. All right. And as Dunbar wants to say, my wife. Yeah, I don't have the sound effect for my wife anymore. Yeah, Kyle Patton is very quick on the Google search, so you got it right. But yeah, I know, Ines. I know you're Scottish. It's good to see Irish athletes doing well. Yeah. So I didn't mean to imply that you're Scottish. So yeah, the first marathon mom, where did that answer go? It is Corian says, Cull, you are right. Waitman trains with divers, so I got them mixed up. Okay, so they're not both IT consultants. That would be really weird. What would also be really weird is if, like, I don't know. I know it's not related, not that they would be working on it too, but like if like the Australian Olympic committees, like Instagram went down during the Olympics, it'd be like, you have 2 IT consultants on there. But I know that's not how it worked. All right, where did that go? The first marathon mom was, wasn't Tina Muir. He says, Corian says, I just wanted to say her because she's awesome. She is awesome. Yeah. And there we go. Kyle Patton had it, and he had Google open already. All right, so that's how he got it. And it was where'd it go? I'm sorry, I lost it. But the answer is, did it disappear? It must have disappeared somehow. Yeah, the answer is, I don't remember. It's Mary Perkins Eves Abbott. And it was in the year 1900, which was the first year that women were allowed to compete in the Olympics. There were 2 events. I don't know what the second one is, but the first one is golf. And what is her name? I've lost it already. Mary Perkins Eves Abbott. She was a mom at the time, and she placed 7th in golf. And so she's the first marathon mom or the Olympic mom. I keep conflating marathon and Olympic. So Mary Perkins Eves Abbott was the first Olympic mom, and her daughter was also in that Olympic Games, and that daughter also competed in golf. Margaret Abbott won gold. So that's a really crazy fun fact. I think that's a fun fact. I like it. So Robert Hodge is here. He says, what's up, guys? We're in a 5K PB at 23:14. Awesome work, Robert. Great improvement there. And let's see, let's get one more. MC1796 says, any thoughts on daily use carbon fiber shoes like the Lorado and or the Bondi X? Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I know that there's been some people that are doing, like, there's research on the subject. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the doctors are running, I know they're not one person. I think their consensus is not a great idea. And they overall recommend variety, not only in carbon and non-carbon plated shoes, but also in a variety of drops and foam densities. So I think that it's a way to like hedge a bet. Not that they're hedging, but like, probably the more prudent thing is to just mix things up a lot. But for me, I guess I've never run every day in a carbon plated shoe, but I don't know. I guess there's a way to find out. At least for me. So, but I don't necessarily see it as a problem. Daisy wants to know, there are so many dad shoes. What would be considered as mom shoes? Like Keds, I think. Keds are pretty comfortable. I had a pair of Keds as an adult, like not that long ago. Maybe like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I think Keds would be it. And Recycle on Wednesday says about the first Olympic marathon, the first Olympic mom. He says, if you have to lose, best to lose to your kid. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty cool. All right, let's do the bonus. Here's a bonus question. And this one's a bonus because, I was giving partial credit for Shalene Flanagan and for Kara Goucher earlier. So this is kind of like fell into that partial credit category because I'm not sure that she was she's an Olympian and a mom. I don't think she was an Olympian mom though, although I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure. But here's a bonus question. Name the Olympic mom. So I'm calling her an Olympic mom, but she's an Olympian and she's a mom. But she won silver in the 10,000 meters in 1988 and is mother to a current Olympian who is also competing in the 10,000 meters. Any answer? Oh man, you guys are so fast. Oh, see, it is. You got it this time. You got it this time. So, yeah, there you go. I thought you would know that. All right. Let's see. Louis says, is it Martha Aarons? Oh, Olympic, sorry. CV76 says Nancy Reagan. No, I don't. Who are I don't, Nancy Reagan, I can't, I know that they have a lot of kids and grandkids. I can't picture any of them. All right. Sun Kim wants to know, is it the U.S. team? It's not the U.S. team. And yeah, so Harrison wants to say, is it Joe Klecker's mom? That's funny. Mark Shanko goes, is it Tanya Harding? No, I don't. Tanya Harding is not much of a runner, I don't think. All right, but the correct answer, Ines had it right away. It's Liz McColgan, whose daughter is Ailish McColgan, which I only figured out how to say that her name correctly, Ailish, because I was listening to a podcast. I forget which podcast it was, I'm afraid, but it was within the last year where like they were saying her name, and I was like, oh, is that how you say Ailish? E-I-L-I-S-H. So I think I'm saying it right. So, but yeah, so Liz McColgan, I think, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know who is the faster 10,000 meter runner. I know that they're very close in that family. Like Liz McColgan may still be the faster 10,000 meter. I mean, not today. Like if you're put them both on the line today, but putting PR versus PR, I think she might be faster. I'm not sure, but Inez was very excited about it. That he knew it because it was a Scottish question. So yeah. Yeah, and Mark says, oh, I've been saying Billie Eilish. I think it's Eilish is the right way to say it. Billie Eilish is Eilish. And dovetailing off yesterday's conversation of how Americans say lots of things wrong, especially city names. So I think it's all coming back. We're wrapping it all up in a nice little bow for today. All right. I think that is a good place to leave it for today, guys. I got to get going. I got some kids that want to get to the pool, and the pool has kind of abridged hours. There's some days where it closes a little bit early when there's like group swimming lessons in the afternoon. Today's one of those days. So I got some kids that are dying to hit the water. It's starting to warm up here in Iowa, so it's warm. It's warm, so it's time for some pool. Tomorrow's video, it's going to be another workout video. I hit the track again today, found the hurdles again. So another workout, and then I'll see you guys again 1 p.m. We'll go back to the normal time tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central, for another live stream. Until then, until next time, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks.